But again, they're robots, so what do I know? Because we know this next one's going to break your wallet, and that is the golden Kang toys. We've got. I think if that was Jazz, G1 Jazz on the back of that, they would be selling a lot more of these.
That I could agree with.
And the first thing is something I know you are very excited about, and that is he doesn't have elbows, so I'm out.
Come on. It has to not be. Please tell me it's not finished. Like something needs.
Welcome back, BVC fans. I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot. I'm on vacation again.
Yes, he's very lucky to always be out and about, but we got some news that we needed to cover regardless of where either of us are. And we're going to start off with something that's pretty interesting, and that is the BotCon 2023. So this will be from August 24th to the 25th in American Dream East at Rutherford, New Jersey. It'll be $99 for 3 days, and this is going to be the exclusive set. I'm assuming it's by the people that make the Cube bots. Don't get mad that I don't remember the company name. So yeah, let us know if you guys plan on going to this. If I was in the area, I'd definitely go to this.
Yeah, I was actually looking forward to it being in Tennessee and thought I was going to go, but Rutherford is a little bit further than I want to go.
Yes, it's much too far for me to go. I'm just, with the box set, I'm a little interested on why it's called Dino Force, but they're all dogs.
Yeah.
It looks like they're extinguishing dinosaurs, but I'll be interested to see what the rest of the box set looks like, because that's a little strange.
That's very strange. Not even a little bit, but that is very strange.
So I did want that Doberman, and that black Doberman one looks really cool. I just think it'd be a cool little dog to go with some guys. So not gonna get it though. So let's move on to what has been just announced. So we're not even gonna get into transforming toys yet. We have something first, and that is the Porsche X Transformers merch. So they have a black sweater and a taupe colored t-shirt, and they have that Autobot X Porsche logo on the front, which you can see in the corner, with Mirage in the back. And then they have a cap, which is a hat. So Bobby, will you be getting any of these?
That hat is sold. I think I'm going to get that. Mm-hmm. That looks really, really nice.
So I'm not going to be getting any of them. Even if that was a Decepticon symbol, I'd be out. One, I don't like the mesh on the back. It's just, it's a little weird. But the second thing is the price. The hat is $59. The t-shirt is $89. And the sweater is $199. And I am not a clothing guy. If you are. But that's way too much. My t-shirt maximum is like $20. I don't know who these are being made for.
Well, it's Porsche, so that's a whole nother line there. So I understand that. Even though I don't own a Porsche, that is probably why the price point is a little bit higher.
Okay, but are there any Porsche owners that are super into Transformers?
I'm sure
there's probably a few of them.
I'm sure there is.
I don't know. I think they would have been better off making a figure than clothing. And they could have charged $199 for the figure, and they could have probably sold it. And they also used Mirage, which I get is in the new movie. But I think if that was Jazz, G1 Jazz on the back of that, they would be selling a lot more of these.
That I could agree with.
I think you would probably buy that if
it
was G1 Jazz on the back.
And honestly,
instead of this monkey-looking guy.
You're 1,000%. And actually, that's what made me think I'm going to pick up the hat, is because it didn't reference Mirage as Jazz.
Yeah, the hat's kind of cool. I do like it. I just don't like the mesh on the back, personally.
Yeah, I don't either, but I really do like the hat. Even though I don't have a Porsche, maybe that'll inspire me to buy one.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first, guys. So let's move on to actual Transformers now. And the first one is we got a Studio Series Voyager Rhinox. So we talked about this. This was leaked last time. I just said screw it and put it into the just announced this week. And here he is in all of his monotone glory. I do like the shape of the Rhino. They really nailed that underbelly, and that they did a really good job with that. But this figure looks very, very bland. And I think we talked about that in a video or two ago, where we talked about how this is a good figure, but not as Rhinox, at least to me. And I still might pick this up and slap a Decepticon symbol on it and name him another name. Because this don't look like Rhinox to me.
That facial expression looks like he's in bot mode. Looks like he's upset that he's being called Rhinox. So that he just looks like he's frowning. That's the first thing I noticed. I don't think it looks like Rhinox personally. I do love the head sculpt of the alt mode.
Yes, that's why I put it in there. I think that's really nice.
That looks really, really good. The chest and everything on the bot mode, I mean, it looks like a armored up, figure. So I like that for a Rhino, being armored skin and everything. So I like it in bot mode, except for that head. He just looks like he's sad and needs a hug.
Yes, and another thing I don't really like about this is it's the same price point as Cheetor, which means he's probably going to be the same size as Cheetor, and that's just all sorts of wrong. If you ask me, I think he should probably be a little bit bigger than Cheetor, because rhinos are about 3 times as large as a cheetah.
Yes.
But again, they're robots, so what do I know? So let's move on to this. So this is a ruby mining cart by Fun Bee Studios, which I'm assuming is from a G1 episode where they steal rubies. Am I correct?
They were refining them for Energon. So
see, told you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually really do like this. It just kind of plays into that whole, if you have a display and you're trying to go for whatever, whether it's G1 or whatever your timeline is for Transformers, being able to display that one episode, I really like that.
Yeah, and it does look really cool. I have to say, I do like it. I just, it would look really good with the minor Megatron that's coming out. All right, so moving on to some third-party stuff. I guess this is technically third-party, but let's move on to some third-party company stuff. And that is right here. We've got Dr. Wu's, it's a GoBot Pathfinder deco, as well as Sandstorm. So they're just pumping out these repaints, and I think they look really cool. Here they are in their bot modes. Again, I really like them. They're just too tiny.
But
what? No, but. I like them, but they're too tiny. This isn't the SG, I guess it was called, the Cosmos. That thing I still really like, and I'm on the fence with. This, it's fine.
I literally thought that you might like this one as well, and because of the repaints, they would actually kind of bring you in a little bit more. I could see you grabbing this set because of possibly liking the Black Cosmos and maybe liking Sandstorm more than you did the Ramjet, I believe it was, that came with the other color of Cosmos.
So I do like it. I already have that Ramjet in the Hasbro version, so I wouldn't need
Generations line.
Generations, yeah. And honestly, if they sold that Cosmos individually for like $15-$20, I would pick it up. This one and the other one. But I just don't need a 2-pack. The Ramjet would just be left in the packaging, and I know it's going to increase the price to $40 or $50, and that's not worth it for this small figure. But again, if you're interested, Mr. Legends Collector, on having these cone heads, I'll totally split it with you.
I'm not going to be able to do it.
So, moving on to this thing. Now, this caught me off guard. So this is TransArts Transmetal 2 Cheetor. And this thing looks phenomenal. So let's go through some pictures and then we can talk about it. So here's its bot and cheetah mode. I'm assuming it has a bendy tail, which is pretty cool. It has a firing missile, bringing me back to when I was 6 years old. Here it is. This almost made me pre-order it right here, seeing it next to the original, because I was like, had all this nostalgia coming up. Like, seriously. Here it is with its mouth opening gimmick, which is really cool. And here he is running, which I really like this pose. So what do you think about this figure? You already got, well, you got a lot of them already. You've got Black Arachnia and Rat Trap. I have none of Transart, so you two ahead of me. You're going to be picking this guy up.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't. It's different, and I think it's too different for me. Mm-hmm. I don't have a connection to the character at all. I remember seeing the silhouette of the figure, and I was curious of what it was going to look like. I love this pose right here. I love the firing missile, but I don't really like the character. Like, and I'm looking at his hand. I don't like the way his hand is disconnected there.
Yes, I know. I get what you mean. It's a very unique design, even back in 1998 or whenever it came out. It's like a werewolf cheetah, and it was always weird to me, but I liked it. I almost pre-ordered this, like I said earlier, but I'm hesitant because I want Ravage. I want the black and gold repaint. And I don't want two of these. I have no place to put a Masterpiece Maximal shelf. So I'm hoping that they come out with this in the Predacon colors. And that's black and gold. And that one I think you should get for a specific shelf that you have. So
no, I don't think this is going to fly with me.
It should. Hopefully it has a different head, just like the RC has a different head. So we'll see. I really like it, though. Who knows? Maybe if we see it at TFCon at the Chosen Prime or something, we might just put it behind the curtain. So let's move on. So the next one I put in here specifically for you, because I know you like this size class, and that is this Legends Devastator. So you really like G1, you really like Legends. They come with trumpets. What more can you ask for, Bobby? Are you going to be picking this set up?
No, and this is, you know, we've seen these before, so it's a re-release, I believe, of this set.
Yes.
No, I didn't pick it up initially.
So this is the Toon colors, supposedly.
Yeah. Nope.
So
nope.
I agree with you. I do not like this combiner. I don't like that it has the whole combiner by itself, and you just plug all the figures into it. Yeah, it gives it a more cohesive looking figure, but where are you going to put this if you want to display it in the other modes? It's just a big piece. And I guess this comes with upgraded lower bodies. Don't know what that means. So if you guys need some torsos and legs, there you go.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the combiners do have like for instance the Zeta Superion and Bruticus have a shell type where you kind of plug everything into it, and even some of the other like the X Transbots, the trailer for Minosaur, you know, kind of turned into the body, and you plugged everything in, and you know, I get it, but I have a Devastator in MP scale. I want to stay with the MP scale. Plus, there's a bunch of new third parties that are coming out with Devastators that I'm probably going to be working on. So no need for this one. Yes,
I get what you're saying about the other ones, but one, it's a trailer that turns into a body. It has a purpose. If this turned into a crane or something, totally forgiven, whatever. But it doesn't, and it's not just a waste piece. It's literally the whole combiner, besides from the knees down.
Yeah, that's true.
It's even the head.
That is very true. Yeah, that is very true.
Like, where does Long Haul go?
Maybe in the back.
Legitimately, where does Long Haul go?
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments where Long Haul goes.
Yeah, I never looked at it.
It becomes the big booty to Devastator. Yeah. So now the next one, I got excited about until I looked at it a little closer, and that is the clear Citizen Stack. Now, I am very disappointed that this company is making it because it has no inner robot, and the inner robot is the only reason why I would buy this.
Oh, well, yeah, that was.
I want the yellow and black Optimus Prime. The color's fine. The armor is just to add on to that mold, in my opinion. So I'm completely out on this because it has no inner robot, and I've seen all the problems you've had with parts replacements having QC issues on QC issues. So I'm completely out. But it looks cool, especially with the light up eyes gimmick. I think that looks really cool in the see-through head. But if it had the inner robot, I would be 110% in on this.
Yeah, I'm out on this. More so because I don't need a transparent yellow Ultra Magnus. And granted, I do have the regular stack and the tune version, and I did have some QC issues with the with one version twice, and so that does carry a little weight. But I was okay with it not having the inner robot because my Ultra Magnus is not going to walk around as the inner robot. It's always going to be armored up. So to me, it was a G1 thing where they basically didn't want to get creative and figure out how to have a all-in-one combiner. And that is what I grew up with as a toy and as a kid. But I always look at Ultra Magnus as the fully armored up character.
And that's where we differ because I see him as a white Optimus Prime that gets armor. So I prefer that's why I bought that Magic Square white Optimus Prime, because I prefer that instead of having the armor on. Just because I think the armor is kind of boring looking. So I like the white shoulders. I'd rather him have missiles on an Optimus Prime, like the smoke stats turned down. So that'd be kind of cool. So let's move on to some updates. And the first thing is something I know you are very excited about, and that is the Liquor Dinobots. So I guess we were wrong, and his elbows do turn because both of these have waist joints. They just didn't show it off at all.
So that means you're in on this set now. I know you're already in on the swoop.
Actually, looking at it in this picture, I'm kind of like, maybe I won't get it. It looks worse than it did before. So here you go. Here's all the Dinobots together. They don't look horrible, but they don't look good.
Honestly, I agree. I think Sludge looks the worst.
Yeah, and his knee articulation is very strange.
Yeah, that's probably the other ones. For what they are, they don't look as bad as as we initially saw them, or as I initially saw them.
Yeah, I still think they should be more at the mini-con price point, which is like $5 a piece, because $10-11 is a little bit much for this, especially when one of them has elbows. But that all aside, this does not look good, in my opinion. They didn't even paint the red horns on Snarl. Is that the right? I always get their names mixed up. Is that the Triceratops?
Yes.
Snarl. Am I correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's supposed to have red horns, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a big part of this combiner, and they didn't paint it. That's the first thing I noticed.
It blends in with the chest. Like on the picture on the right, I can't even see the horns. I can't even tell where the horns are because they just blend in.
Mm-hmm. This thing, I'm happy to those of you that do like this, but I don't think this looks good.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it was already going to be a pass for me, but it's definitely going to remain a pass for me.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know why they didn't give him feet. I think that is just a travesty. So, yeah, I do like the the body shape of it. I'll be positive. I do like the body shape of it. I think I like the big hulking brute. But that's all I have that's positive about it.
You're better than me. I'm trying to find something here. I mean,
it's a nice shade of gold.
Yeah, even the arms bother me. Like, I think the Swoop as an arm looks worse than
it does.
The other one as a I can't think of his name.
Scar.
Scar. Yeah, Scar's arm looks better than Swoop as an arm. So I'll say that.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to something that we've talked about in depth, and I don't think we're going to need to talk about it more. There's more model kits, just more in-hand images. They look fine for what they are. Let us know if you're going to get them in the comments.
That's cool. Bumblebee can bend down like that.
Yes, that's why I put that one in there. That posability is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So next we have Beast Combiners, Scourge, and Scorponok. These are not small figures. He's as tall as the Studio Series Bumblebee, and that Scorponok's the same size as Deluxe Scorponok, which is pretty cool. He doesn't have elbows, so I'm out.
Come on.
I looked at him and I'm like, oh, he doesn't look bad. Wait a second. No elbows? Never mind.
This is like your color scheme, your love of beast or insects and all that. I mean, this is all you. It's all you.
No. I don't mind it. I have standards, and this thing's going to be like $20. And with $20 with no elbow joints, I'm out.
I am so surprised. I literally thought this was going to be all you.
No. But the other Scorponok that comes with a mini Scorponok that turns into a blade, that one will be purchased.
I'm still surprised. I just knew you would love the colors of this one.
The colors also aren't my favorite. They're not vibrant. It's like a mushy pea soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not vibrant. It's not fun. But I was going to pick this up just because it says Scorponok on it, but Scourge is letting me down again. And I don't like that orange on Scourge either. He should be black if they're going for a Nemesis Prime Scourge. I don't know what they're doing with this Scourge. I feel like they just slapped a name on a random Transformer.
Sounds like my argument with a lot of figures they make.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. We all know Cyclonus is best as a helicopter, but he's a jet for some reason. So I don't know what's going on with that.
What? What?
I'm just joking. I do like that figure though. The original Armada figure for Cyclonus is actually very fun. But regardless, let's move on to another Rise of the Beasts figure, and that is Bobby's favorite, Mirage, aka Jazz Wannabe. And this is the kid line, so not Studio Series, even though I think it looks better than the Studio Series one they showed off all the way back in like January or something like this. Like,
I agree.
If I collected the Studio Series and I was trying to have like a lineup of the new figures, I would get this one. I'd skip the Studio Series Big Chongus because this actually looks like the character model, which is funny.
I like this one better as well. And you know what? You made me think of something. I would be okay if it was Mirage, if the storyline was Jazz was a Porsche and he died, and I looked up to him, so I wanted to take on his image or something like that.
How do you know it's not going to be the opposite way? How do you know this guy isn't going to die, and then Jazz from the original movie that came out in 2007 isn't going to say, you know what? I looked up to Mirage. I'm going to be a Porsche too.
Because they came to Earth together.
No, they're mixing all this stuff up.
I'm mixed up. I'm confused.
They're confused on their own movies.
Yes.
So,
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I digress. I'm sorry. But
back to the figure. What do you think?
Yeah. I agree with you. I like this figure better. You know, I liked the two-tone of the wheels. I like that the rims are, black and the tires are gray. I mean, I would have liked it the other way, but needless to say, it looks better than what we've seen in other figures, like that crosscut, for instance, with just the whole red tire and red wheel. This looks really good. You can differentiate the two, and I like that. It breaks up the color. I like that a lot. The bot mode, it looks like a good bot. I mean, the transformation looks, a little bit challenging. Like I can't figure out just by looking at it of how it's going to transform. I literally would have to touch it and play with it to see how things move and things. So I really like that a lot.
Yeah. I will you be picking this up though?
Probably not.
Yeah, same here.
I don't like it that much.
So let's move back into X-Transpots territory, and they showed off the Bond and James car test shot. I'm assuming this is punch and counter punch.
Yes.
And it looks good. I don't understand why there's a big fist there, but I'm assuming they just had nowhere else to put it.
So it's funny, and this kind of threw me off because I know when we were in Chicago, was it LA, where we saw the alt mode in the colors and it looked really good. So seeing this here makes me question, what did we see at TFCon? Was that just the color prototype? And it I thought they were almost finished with the figure by that. I thought it was in essence this painted, but I guess that might have just been the model itself and not actually a transforming figure. Yep,
and definitely could have been. And I know you're probably going to get both versions of this, correct?
I am.
Yeah. I really like punch and counter punch, but again, it's X-Transpots, so I'm a little weary on it. But something I'm not weary on is Fans Hobby, and here is MB-23A Fright Storm and MB-23 Destroyer. And we've already talked about these on countless episodes, and they both look good. I'm picking up the US version, and as always, Bobby's got to one-up me and pick up both of them.
I don't like picking a team, so I'll go with both. And I like both. And it's funny, blue and red are my favorite colors. So how was I going to choose?
Well, there you go, guys. So let's move on to what is coming out. So the first thing, I think this is a reissue of Fans Toys Acoustic Wave. So that is going to be coming soon. So if you guys still need it, pick it up.
Really good.
You have this figure, Bobby, right?
Yes. I really like the figure. It looks amazing. And I know Blaster is coming out soon, and I saw a transformation video of the Blaster. Whoa. It's very different than this one. So I do like Acoustic Wave, and I'm waiting to get the Blaster.
Sounds good. I do like this too. I really like that it comes with a toy accurate, because I think that I like that look for Soundwave better. But I don't need a Masterpiece Soundwave for more than $100. So I'm passing on this.
He comes with both aspects of that. So you can change his head and
that's what I'm saying. That's what's really cool.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not paying $170 for a Soundwave. I'll pay 100 and below. Sorry. Paint him in shattered glass colors and you got me. Next we have something. Hey, if they do, I would totally be down for that. But let's talk about breaking your wallet, okay? Because we know this next one's going to break your wallet, and that is the Golden King toys. We've got Golden Landbull and Ferocious. Now, we all know that I'm not going to be picking these up. We both got this Predaking. Are they already on their way to you?
I just paid for them, so yes, they will be as soon as they ship. So yes, I can't wait to have them displayed. I'm loving these, and yeah, I gotta find where I'm gonna put them at. I have no idea right now.
They're gonna look really good combined.
Yes.
Like individually, you lose a lot of the detail. I think they could have used a little more black paint sprinkled throughout, just to give these modes like a black face or black horns or something, just to give it a little bit of life. But combined, this thing is going to shine literally and figuratively.
I'm actually going to take apart my original Predaking and have that in either bot mode or alt mode, and have this one in full-blown Predaking mode.
That'll look very good.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see how these turn out in Bobby's collection. So the last thing is another Nemesis Prime. So this is the Magnificent Mecha 01. And it's a Bumblebee movie Nemesis Prime. And it looks really good. I don't have much else to say. Besides, it doesn't have enough teal. And it's $230. So, yeah. I was honestly, when I saw Ming Motion, who that still is taken from off to the side, when I saw his video, I'm like, ooh, that looks really nice. It doesn't have teal. And then I saw the price, and I'm like, I'm out. I don't get that much.
No argument for me. I'm out. I would have been out anyway. But man, that's a hefty price there.
Looks 100 times better than Hasbro's attempt, I'll tell you that, though. Or Takara's attempt.
Yeah.
So let's move on to what has been recently released. So the first thing was cited in Pennsylvania, and that is the Optimus Primal that turns into a gun. So if y'all need that, go look for it. I don't understand why they're making the Maximals turn into weapons. I don't know if that's going to be something in the movie.
They get shrunken down and...
Or they die, and like how Jetfire dies in Revenge of the Fallen and Optimus wears his corpse. So maybe something like that's going to happen on this.
Who knows? I'm totally lost on this now.
Yeah, I don't know. We got this guy coming up next, which is the Metagate M01 Huge Fire Optimus Prime. So this is the same people that are bringing us that Shatter and that Black Drift. And the robot mode looks pretty good for a movie figure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what's going on with this.
No. Goodness, no. It's so long. I mean, can we shrink
And it literally ends at the wheels. There's no wheel well behind the wheels.
No. Nope, can't do it. Nope, not gonna happen.
And it looks like a complicated transformation too.
It looks like it's not finished.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of weird is Metagate was able to turn a Bugatti that looked really nice into a robot, into somewhat of a helicopter, but that's understandable with the other two modes. Then they got Shatter, which is turning into a perfect car, to a really clean jet, to that robot mode. This has to be a separate team.
It has to not be. Please tell me it's not finished. Like something needs to
No, this is coming out.
Over or no? I'm saying
this was already released. You could buy it on Show Z and it would ship to you right now.
I needed. Maybe the transformation isn't complete. That's please and thank you. No, won't be making it into my collection.
Let us know in the comments if you got this and if the transformation isn't complete.
Oh gosh.
So let's switch gears and change into something that I think you need to pick up. I have a feeling. Get that look off your face. Magic Square Doomsday Gray Edition. Come on, Bobby. It's your Megatron. Exact down to the T.
Not my size.
Oh, but come on. Look at it with all of his friends. Look how cool that looks.
They look great. Not my size.
Is that your new thing, not your size?
Not my size. I have all of these figures in MP scale, and I like it there. And I just do not want to have to buy a whole nother display case, which I'm already going to have to do. But I wouldn't have to buy an additional one just for Legends figures. Can't do it.
Yeah. I think you should still get it, because when that Like Toys Metroplex comes out, even though it's Masterpiece scaled, think about how cool it would look with these little guys on it. It'd even look bigger than it's supposed to. So
nope, not gonna do it.
stay
Not gonna be able
tuned to
do
see
it.
if his Metroplex has Legends figures on it, guys. It might come sooner than you think.
It's not gonna happen.
All right. Well, that's everything we have for you. As always, we appreciate you guys watching and clicking on this video. Please like, share, and comment. Let us know your thoughts on it, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Yes, and next time you'll see us, I'll be back in my Transformers gear and location. So as always, to all debates are won. We really appreciate you.
See you very soon.